You know, you look around and you see new houses and apartments going up everywhere. But have you ever stopped to think about who is actually swinging the hammers? The U.S. housing industry is this massive engine for our economy. And today, we're going to look at the people who are its fuel, a workforce that's changing in a way that might really surprise you.
So, it seems like a pretty simple question, right? Who is building America's new homes? But the answer, well, the answer reveals this huge demographic shift that is completely reshaping the entire industry. The hands laying the foundations and raising the roofs belong to a group that's becoming more essential every single day. And here it is. This is the number that tells the story. 67%. Get this, between 2018 and 2024, a full two-thirds of all net new workers in the construction industry have been Hispanic. We're talking over 646,000 people. Let's be really clear, without this workforce, new home construction in America would pretty much grind to a halt. But here's the thing, all of this remarkable growth is happening at a moment when the entire U.S. construction industry is facing some really serious headwinds. It's putting the whole sector at a critical crossroads.
In fact, you could say the industry is approaching a cliff. I mean, on one side, you've got a severe labor shortage, and on the other, you've got a workforce that is rapidly aging out. It's a tough spot to be in.
And listen to how Sergio Barajas, the executive director of the National Hispanic Construction Alliance, puts it. He talks about how, for a long time, blue-collar work just wasn't encouraged. He says, quote, "They didn't plant any seeds during that time period. And now, the industry is about to feel the full effects of that."
Okay, so as one generation starts to retire, a new group is stepping up to become, well, the new backbone of American construction. So let's really dig into what these numbers look like.
I mean, just look at this trend. Today, Hispanic workers make up 31% of the entire construction workforce. That's a big number on its own, but get this, it was only 28% back in 2018. This isn't just some small bump. They are, by far, the fastest growing part of this entire industry.
And you really see their impact in the hands-on, gotta-get-it-done roles. We're talking about nearly half of all general laborers and a full third of all skilled trades workers. As Henry Gallius of the NHCA says, they are essential to the operational backbone of the construction industry. No doubt about it.
But here's where things get, well, disconnected. And you can see it plain as day on this chart. While Hispanic workers totally dominate those production roles, that number just plummets when you look at leadership. They hold only 15% of management positions. It's a gap that highlights a major barrier to moving up, and it's often linked to things like formal education.
So with that gap in mind, this is where a new organization is trying to step in, aiming to bridge these gaps and forge a really vital connection within the entire housing world.
It's called the National Hispanic Construction Alliance, or NHCA for short. And their mission? It's all about connecting the folks who are literally building the homes with the real estate agents, the lenders, and the brokers who are selling them. It's about creating one big, integrated system. And Sergio Barajas really nails down what they do. You know, the housing market is a cycle. Homes need repairs before they can be sold, or maybe they need upgrades right after they're bought. The NHCA positions its network of contractors right at that crucial intersection, ready to jump in and help move the whole process forward.
And this slide breaks down exactly how that works in the real world. Let's walk through it. First, a home buyer finds a house they love, but, it needs some work, maybe an extra bathroom. Second, a lender can offer a renovation loan, but they need a contractor they can trust. That's step 3. The NHCA connects them with a reliable pro. And the result? The renovation gets done, the home's full value is unlocked, and the sale goes through. Everybody wins.
Okay, so even with these amazing new connections being made, the industry is still up against some serious roadblocks that threaten its stability and the very workforce it depends on.
And these aren't just separate issues, they're compounding pressures. It's like a perfect storm. On one hand, the workforce is graying, with workers 55 and older making up a huge 58% of the growth since 2018. At the same time, shifts in immigration policy can squeeze the labor supply, especially for essential jobs like roofing and framing.
And these labor shortages, they're not some far-off problem. They're happening right now, and they are severe. The National Roofing Contractors Association reports that some roofing crews are short by as much as 40%. I mean, think about that. You just can't meet housing demand when you're missing almost half your team. So what's the solution here? Well, it might just be turning the builders into buyers. It's a simple idea, but it could build a much stronger foundation for everyone involved.
You know, you might think the biggest hurdle for these construction workers to buy a home is money, right? The down payment? Well, surprisingly, that's not it. For many of them, the biggest obstacle is just a lack of information. So many are ready to buy, but they simply believe they're priced out, or they don't even know where to begin the process.
And that's exactly why the NHCA is pouring its energy into education. They're hosting seminars and focus groups to connect all the players in the room. And down in Texas, this really cool new model is popping up, where builders are actually offering incentives to their own workers, helping them buy the very homes they helped build.
And this isn't just about the here and now. The long-term vision here is even bigger, even more ambitious. Sergio Barajas says he hopes that within 5 years, the NHCA won't just be connecting people, they'll be building communities themselves, creating home ownership opportunities from the ground up for the very workers who are the industry's foundation.
So all of this leaves us with a really fascinating thought to chew on. In a country that is desperate for more housing, could empowering the builders to become homeowners be the most powerful, most sustainable solution of all? It's a model that doesn't just build houses, it builds wealth, it builds stability, and it builds community, one home at a time.